Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to my channel Tarot Reader Shravanthi, and this is your Tarot Reader and Astrologer Shravanthi here. So in this very important video, I'm going to talk to you about the planet Sun and the combination of Sun with other planets. What are the positive combinations and what are the harmful combinations? So welcome back to my channel. This is a very unique channel where you're going to hear a lot of spiritual news, vastu tips, astrological tips and tarot guidance. So in this special video, I'm going to talk to you about the planet Sun. So why have I chosen Sun and why have not chosen any other planet? Because this is a very important graha and it's a very tricky graha also. The abilities of Sun when combined with other planets can really influence a person's horoscope a lot. These are the general combinations which I am going to give to you, and what are the best combinations and what are the harmful combinations of the planet Sun. So when you take the nature of Surya Graha, or what we call it as the planet Sun, the Sun has a very high temperature and so it has the capacity to combust the planet which is very close with it. What does combust or Graha Yuddha mean? So combustion or Graha Yuddha, both the different processes, means that combustion is when a very hot planet is in close degrees with another planet in the same Rasi, then it means that that planet gets combust. Combust means it will get burnt. So in many charts, if you see, when the planets Sun and Mercury or Sun and Venus or Sun and Jupiter are in the same Rashi, and if Sun and that planet are in close degrees, for example, Sun is 9 degrees in Leo, okay, so you take in the nakshatra of Pura, okay, it is in 9 degrees in Pura, and if the Mercury is also in 10 or 11 degrees in Leo, it means that the Sun is combusting Mercury. So the Mercury, though the planet might be strong for you, will become weak because the power gets burnt. So this very important aspect of Sun, we have to be very careful. Then the next thing is Graha Yuddha. So Sun is also called as a lightly Rajasic planet. What does Rajasic mean? Okay, all the planets are being divided into three, that is Sattvic, Rajasic and Tamasic. So Rajasic has the capacity to fight. So when Sun is placed with an opposite planet, for example, if Sun and Saturn is there in the same Rashi, then there is a lot of Graha Yuddha because Sun and Saturn are opposite planets, and when they are positioned in the same Rashi, they will fight against each other. And if the degrees variation, if you take any horoscopic software, if you click the right click, there will be an option called as Graha Yuddha, in which it will show win and lose. Win and lose means which planet wins in the Graha Yuddha, which planet loses. So many times what happens, Sun will win and the opposite planet will actually lose. When that happens, the power of the other planet also comes down. So that is why the Sun is a very important planet. Just like Mars, Sun and Mars, especially Sun, has a high temperature and it has the capacity to combust or win over the other planet which is in the same Rashi. So that is why we are going to discuss about the various combinations of Sun and other planets. So there are two things which I would like to convey to you before I start this video. The very first thing is, please don't compare this with any of your chart because this is only for general knowledge. So what do people do is they take this and they compare it with their chart, with other people's chart. They get tense, they get confused. Now Just like how a doctor talks about a disease and its various symptoms, I'm just giving you a good information. But to know the depth of the affliction or to know the depth of anything, please consult a professional astrologer. That is always better than to take things in your own hand. Second thing is, this general combination will work out only 50% of the time. But the Lagna and the other planetary combinations in your horoscope also will influence the effect. For example, if the Makara Lagna is there and Sun is the 8th lord for Makara Lagna, then that Sun will act in a different way. For example, if Kataka Lagna is there, the Sun will become the 2nd lord. So that Sun variation will be there. So every horoscope there will be a 50% variation. So this is only 50% of the general predictions which I am giving it to you. The other 50% strongly depends upon your horoscope and how that will influence the other planets and the lordships. Okay, so let's move on to the main video. So the planet Sun and its harmful combinations. So there are 3 to 4 important combinations of Sun which is considered to be very harmful. So what are those combinations? The first thing is Sun with Saturn. So this combination has been explained in different ways, but let me give you a very small story of why Sun and Saturn are considered to be enemy planets. Okay, so Surya Bhagavan in the Navagraha Purana has been described as Aditi to be his first loyal wife. So what happens is Aditi gives birth to a lot of children, and because of the heat of Surya Bhagavan, she feels really tired and she thinks there isn't any break in my life. I really need some break to have relief from this so much of heat. So what she does is she creates her own self from her shadow, which is called as Chaya, and then she leaves Chaya in her place and she goes. So Chaya lives in the form of Aditi with Surya Bhagavan. So because of them, there are 3 children born, that is Shanishwaran, Yaman and another girl. Okay, so Shanishwaran is supposed to be the son of Surya Bhagavan. So Surya Bhagavan isn't aware of all these things, and suddenly one day when he finds out that Chaya is the shadow of Aditi, he gets really angry and he starts abusing Chaya. So because of this, Shanishwara Bhagavan gets very angry that he is not giving importance to his mother, and he starts fighting with Surya Bhagavan, that is his father. So that is why when a combination of Saturn and Sun appears to be in one particular horoscope, generally any astrologer will say that they will not get along well with the father. And it also can affect Saturn, because Saturn and Sun combination is generally considered to be not so positive. It is always considered to be malefic because 2 enemy planets are coming together. The second combination, so Sun with Rahu. So Sun with Rahu is considered to be a very bad combination. In certain cases they also tell you that you have Pitru dosha, because Surya, the very important aspect of the Sun in a person's horoscope is the Atma. So Sun it resembles the Atma or the soul of a person. So when Sun gets afflicted with Rahu, that particular person will have lots of confusion when it comes to soul calling, what they have to do in life, how life should go about, and all these things will be very big confusion. So therefore Sun with Rahu is considered to be a very negative combination. And in the Navagraha Purana there is a particular chapter where Rahu will eat off the Sun, and that is when the Grahana happens and Ketu will eat off moon. So if you read the Navagraha Purana, you can surely understand why Sun and Rahu combination is considered to be very malefic. That is the soul, that is the path of the life of a person can get blocked because of Sun and Rahu combination, especially if it is in very close degrees in the same nakshatra, then it is considered to be very afflicted. The third combination is Sun with Mars. So this is also a combination where two very hot planets are placed together, and generally my guru says that if Sun and Mars is in particular house together, then that particular aspect will become very, very problematic in the life. There was a girl who came to us and she is Kataka Lagna, and there was Sun, Mars, Saturn, two malefic planets and one Rajasic planet in the 9th house, that is in Meena. And immediately after seeing her horoscope, my Guruji said, do you have issues with your father? Is he the main cause of all the problems in your life? And she started crying. That is because two very hot and malefic planets positioned in one house, there will be lot of tension and fights and lot of stress in that particular house. So generally when you have the combination of Sun and Mars together, if it is in the 5th house, they will have problem with children. If it is in the 7th house, they will have problem with the spouse. If it is in the 10th house, they will have problem in the place of work. So all these things are going to affect because two malefic planets are going to be there in one particular Rashi. The fourth harmful combination is Sun with Ketu. Now what happens is Sun with Ketu, generally there are a slight tricky thing when you have Sun with Ketu. One is your soul calling and your path of life and all will go off, but the one thing is there will be lots of spiritual inclination also, and Sun with Ketu generally afflicts the father of the natal chart. For example, if anybody has Sun with Ketu, and if you ask if your father has had issues and he's not able to stay with you and your relationship with your father is over, there is a lot of issues, they will say yeah, there is some kind of issue I have like that. So these four harmful combinations of Sun with the planets of Saturn, Rahu, Ketu and Mars is generally considered to be very, very malefic. Now, what is the flip side? What is the very strongest combination of Sun? So, let us see what are the beneficial combinations of Sun. So, Sun with Mercury, Sun with Venus, Sun with Jupiter generally is considered to be positive. Now, why did I not take Sun with Moon? Very, very simple. The combination of Sun with Moon is also considered to be very negative. Why? Because when does Sun and Moon come together? Only when it is Amavasya. Okay, it is now if you see the particular chart, when it is close to Amavasya, Sun and Moon will be in the same house. And when it is Paurnami, Sun and Moon will be in the opposite place. So when it is Amavasya, Sun and Moon will be together, and many times or few times there can be Grahana also during that period. So Sun and Moon combination is generally not considered to be very auspicious. It is not also considered to be very negative unless you have Grahana on that particular day. Then your life can be very, very afflicted and there will be a lot of struggles if you are born near the Grahana. Now the positive combination of Sun, Venus, Sun, Mercury, Sun, Jupiter. So Sun and Mercury is generally considered to be auspicious. Sun and Venus is considered to be auspicious. Sun and Jupiter is considered to be auspicious. What happens is when Sun and Venus gets combined, then the natal person can have the capacity to generate a lot of money along with fame. So what happens, Sun and Venus combination is generally considered to be a very strong combination for money with power, money with fame. So that gets combined, then the person has the capacity to become a very good a cine personality with lot of money, or a famous politician or a famous businessman. That is quite possible. But again, like I told you, other 50% depends upon the Lagna and the other aspects, the Dasa, Bhukti and everything. This is a general thing which we learn. Sun and Jupiter together. So Sun and Jupiter together is also a combination for very strong learning, because I have seen people who have Sun and Jupiter together, they tend to study a lot and they have a very strong wisdom, because Jupiter and Sun will give you a sharp mind. That is, with the wisdom combined with Sun, your soul has the strong capacity to attract the wise knowledge of Jupiter. And Sun and Mercury will be really intelligent people, because Sun is the soul and Mercury is the intellect. So when both of them gets connected, generally those people will be very strong in maths, physics, chemistry and all the very hard subjects. So these three combinations are considered to be very, very positive in a person's horoscope. Again, if Mercury, Venus or Jupiter is in Graha Yuddha with Sun, then that also will become negative, because Sun is a very tricky planet. And if you have Sun Rahu, Sun Ketu, then those particular horoscopes you strictly have to do remedies for Sarpashanti. And if astrologist suggests you have Pitru Dosha, that can affect your childbirth, so please do the Tila Homam also. And generally for those who don't know whether you have an afflicted sun or not, you can generally consult me in my website. The link will be given below, or you can contact my WhatsApp number anytime. You can send your horoscope. I will give you a gist of whether your sun planet is afflicted or not. Sun is considered to be the soul of a person. That is why it is closely connected to the father, and Sun is a very strong element. Generally, if Sun is afflicted, the morality and the soul calling of a person can get afflicted. If you want to awaken that, you can surely do certain remedies that will really help you awaken it. But even otherwise, you can always show your horoscope and get a proper guidance done. For more information, keep watching my channel and don't forget to subscribe, and also like the video and share it, so that it will be very, very useful for all the people around you. Thank you.